Have you ever felt consumed by the question, when will union happen? Maybe you've searched for signs, timelines, and dates, desperately wanting to know when you and your twin flame will finally reunite in the physical world. The desire for union can feel overwhelming, even disorienting, as you try to make sense of a love that transcends time and logic. But here's the truth. Focusing solely on the when can actually pull you further from the why. If you're stuck in the waiting, wondering, and chasing, this message is for you. In today's video, we're going to unravel the deeper meaning behind twin flame union, beyond dates, beyond the 3D, and beyond external outcomes. We'll explore how the divine masculine often views union very differently than what many expect, and why your current definition of reunion may need to shift in order for true alignment to take place. We'll guide you to see the spiritual architecture unfolding behind the scenes and offer a new lens through which to understand timing, connection, and divine purpose. By the end of this video, you'll no longer feel like you're chasing after a timeline. You'll be anchored in the truth of your soul's path. You'll come to realize that union is not something that happens to you. It's something that awakens within you. This shift in awareness can completely change your experience of the journey, moving you from confusion to clarity, from restlessness to peace. You'll walk away feeling more empowered, more grounded, and more in tune with the divine rhythm of your connection. Number 1. Different perspectives on union. When we speak of union on the twin flame journey, it's important to recognize that this concept doesn't hold a singular meaning. The divine masculine's understanding of union often contrasts sharply with how it's traditionally perceived in the third-dimensional world. While many associate union with tangible milestones like marriage, living under the same roof, or sharing daily routines, the spiritual path of the divine masculine may follow a more non-linear, soul-centered rhythm. His version of union may not immediately resemble the physical closeness or structured commitments that the 3D world values. This is not because he doesn't care, or because he isn't committed. Rather, it's because his soul may be honoring a higher blueprint, one that prioritizes freedom, inner alignment, and the unfolding of truth above all else. For the divine masculine, true union often begins within. It's a quiet integration of self, a deep return to purpose, and a healing of ancient wounds that may not be visible on the surface. He might be walking a path that doesn't fit neatly into society's expectations, but it's still sacred, still guided, and still part of the divine orchestration. Now, as we collectively step into the era of Pluto in Aquarius, a powerful 20-year transit that emphasizes transformation through truth, liberation, and awakening, our understanding of union is being rewritten. This era invites us to release outdated narratives and open ourselves to a more authentic expression of love and connection. No longer can we cling to rigid definitions or timelines. Instead, we are called to embrace a deeper light, one that emerges from soul truth rather than surface appearances. In this new energy, union is not just about proximity, it's about resonance. It's not just about being together, it's about vibrating together, honoring each other's freedom, and meeting in alignment rather than obligation. And that's what I want to explore and share with you today. The kind of union that is born not from external expectations, but from inner evolution. Let's journey into this truth together and discover what union really means when seen through the lens of the soul. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to reflect on this. What does union mean to you? Is it shaped by what you've been taught to expect? Or is your soul whispering a different truth? The divine masculine may be walking a path that looks unfamiliar, but that doesn't mean it lacks depth or purpose. If this perspective resonates with you, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Share your experience or simply type, "I choose soul-aligned union." Let's co-create this space with truth, presence, and heart. Now, let's continue. Number 2. Freedom within the sacred connection. When we speak of union in the twin flame journey, many immediately envision a traditional scenario: living together, building a family, merging lives in a tangible, structured way. But for the divine masculine, union doesn't always follow this conventional path. He may not see sacred partnership as a lifelong cohabitation, or the societal mold of domestic life. Instead, he often craves something deeper. Freedom. Not freedom from love, but freedom within it. A love that honors his inner wilderness, his need for space, for purpose, for breathing room to grow. And here's where the shift happens. Once you've done the inner work, once you've healed and truly come home to yourself, you realize something profound. The divine feminine also seeks freedom, not necessarily physical distance, but the freedom to be fully expressed, to follow her calling, to live as her most authentic self. Her freedom is about soul expansion, not separation. This doesn't mean union is impossible. On the contrary, it means that union, true, sacred union, may look very different than what we've been taught to expect. It's not about fitting into a mold. It's about co-creating a connection that makes room for both souls to breathe. A union where both partners are rooted in self-love, yet deeply present for one another. A love that doesn't cage, but uplifts, that doesn't restrict, but empowers. When both the divine masculine and divine feminine embrace this higher form of freedom, the result is not distance. It's a deeper intimacy, one born from choice, not obligation, from soul alignment, not societal pressure. So ask yourself, what if union wasn't about where you live or how your life looks, but about how free you feel in each other's presence? What if freedom is the foundation, not the obstacle, to sacred union? Number 3, fulfilling divine purpose. Union is not just a destination, it is a divine unfolding. It will come, yes, but only in divine timing. And before it does, both the divine feminine and divine masculine are called to fulfill the very missions their souls incarnated to complete. This sacred connection isn't merely about romantic reunion. It is a spiritual contract, a cosmic agreement that each must first honor individually. For the divine feminine, her purpose is activated through passion, healing, and service. Her path is one of unconditional love, not the kind that enables or attaches, but the kind that liberates, uplifts, and transforms. She is encoded with this infinite wellspring of love because she was always meant to be a vessel of compassion, grace, and fierce light. The divine masculine, on the other hand, carries a different frequency. His soul is encoded with divine truth. His purpose is fulfilled when he aligns with that truth, when he sheds the illusions and programming of the world and begins to walk the path of authenticity, integrity, and spiritual courage. He is not here to be perfect. He is here to awaken, to speak truth, to embody divine direction. These are the energetic laws of the twin flame journey. One brings the unconditional love that heals, the other brings the truth that liberates. Together, they form the sacred polarity, two powerful forces that balance, mirror, and ultimately magnetize one another. This isn't a hierarchy, it's harmony. The love and the truth must rise together. Only then can the union truly anchor in this world, not as fantasy, but as sacred reality. So if you're waiting for union, don't wait in stillness, walk your purpose, embody your code. The reunion of souls is inevitable when the divine purpose is fulfilled. If you've made it this far, it means something in your soul is resonating, perhaps even remembering its own divine mission. Take a moment to reflect. Are you walking your purpose? Are you embracing your sacred coding of love or truth? We would love to hear your story. How has your journey unfolded so far? What part of your mission are you stepping into now? Share your reflections in the comments below, or simply affirm your alignment by typing, "I choose to walk my divine path." Your words carry energy, and when spoken with intention, they ripple into transformation. Let's support each other as we rise, together. Number 4. Truth over tradition, redefining the divine masculine's path. For the divine masculine, truth does not always walk hand in hand with tradition. His soul may feel called to venture beyond the familiar landscapes of what society has long deemed success, settling down in one place, raising children in a single household, and committing to the long-term burden of a mortgage. While these ideas may hold value in the third-dimensional world, they often conflict with the deeper spiritual mission that the twin flame journey demands. The divine masculine is awakening to a higher truth, one that asks him to question everything he was taught to desire. His path may involve travel, solitude, or an unconventional lifestyle that defies societal expectations. He may resist being tied down, not because he fears commitment, but because his commitment is first and foremost to his soul's purpose. He knows that true union cannot be forced into a template that was built for comfort, control, or conformity. Take the concept of a mortgage, for example. The word itself originates from the Latin mort, meaning death. A mortgage is, in many ways, a long-term energetic contract, an invisible chain that often anchors people into cycles of debt, survival, and limitation. It's not just a financial agreement, it's a symbolic submission to a system that profits from stagnation. For a soul that came here to evolve, to serve, and to transcend the matrix, this can feel suffocating. The divine masculine senses that entering into these contracts without spiritual alignment would mean betraying his truth. But we are no longer blindly following outdated paradigms. As collective consciousness rises, many are starting to see beyond the illusions of safety, success, and structure that have long dictated how life should look. The divine masculine is part of that awakening. He is choosing truth over tradition, not to rebel, but to align. His choices may seem radical or even irresponsible to those still rooted in the 3D mindset, but in reality, he is answering a sacred call. This is not about rejecting love, family, or partnership. It's about redefining what those things truly mean when viewed through the lens of higher consciousness. It's about building a new foundation, one based on authenticity, freedom, and soul alignment, rather than societal approval. The twin flame path is not here to reinforce the old, it's here to dissolve it. So if your divine masculine seems to be resisting tradition, understand that he may be following a deeper inner compass. He's not running from love, he's running toward a greater truth. Imagine a man named Daniel. From the outside, he seems to have everything: an impressive job, a house with a white picket fence, a long-term partner, and a carefully planned future. But every morning, he wakes up with a weight in his chest, a quiet ache he can't explain. Despite having followed the right steps, earning a degree, buying a home, preparing for marriage, something feels profoundly off. One day, while traveling alone through the Andes on a soul-searching retreat, Daniel feels a clarity he's never known. In the stillness of the mountains, he realizes he's been living someone else's dream. His soul doesn't crave stability in the form of bricks and bills. It craves freedom, purpose, and spiritual truth. That moment is his awakening. He returns home, not to resume the old life, but to begin building a new one aligned with his spirit rather than society's script. This is the divine masculine's journey, a breaking away from external validation and a return to inner truth. Like Daniel, many are now waking up, not because they're lost, but because they've finally remembered who they are. Number 5. A new paradigm of freedom. We are stepping into a powerful new era, one where true freedom becomes the foundation of our existence. This isn't just about financial independence or breaking away from outdated societal norms. It's a full-spectrum liberation: financial, spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. One by one, the old systems, those built on control, fear, and limitation, are crumbling. They no longer resonate with the rising frequency of humanity, and leading the charge into this awakened future is the divine masculine. But this leadership doesn't come through force or resistance. It isn't about rebellion for rebellion's sake. It is about something far more potent: truth. The divine masculine's greatest power lies in his ability to see clearly and act with integrity. His truth is his compass. It is the light that guides him forward through the illusions of this world. In this new paradigm, he no longer plays the role expected of him by society. He becomes the mirror of clarity, the embodiment of conscious action, and the sacred protector of authentic living. And as he rises, so too does the divine feminine. She is not left behind. She is the soul of this movement. Her energy, rooted in unconditional love, compassion, and inner knowing, becomes the sacred counterpart to his truth. She honors love, not just romantic love, but divine love in all its forms. While he brings structure to the awakening, she brings grace. While he speaks the truth, she holds the heart of unity. Neither leads nor follows. They walk together. This is the alchemy of authentic union. Truth and love moving as one. A partnership where freedom is not feared, but embraced. A connection where both partners are fully expressed, fully sovereign, and fully devoted, not to control, but to expansion. As we transition into this new paradigm, we are being called to honor both paths, the truth of the masculine and the love of the feminine. When both are embodied, when both are free, that is where true union begins. As we step into the energetic portal of 2025, the age of Aquarius invites us to redefine what union truly means, not just in dreams, not just in soul, but in form. Twin flame union in the 3D is no longer a distant fantasy or spiritual metaphor. It is becoming a tangible, lived reality, one shaped by authenticity, freedom, and conscious love. This new season of union isn't about fairy tales or perfection. It's about two awakened beings meeting, not to complete one another, but to reflect wholeness back to each other. It's about walking side by side with open hearts, sovereign souls, and a shared mission to raise the collective vibration of humanity. In this timeline, union doesn't require conformity to outdated structures. It thrives in alignment, purpose, and truth. You may already be feeling the shift, seeing signs, sensing alignment, or even encountering the person your soul has always known. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The universe is preparing you, not just for reunion, but for the embodiment of divine love on earth. So if you've ever wondered when union would arrive, it's not just coming, it's forming. Right now, in energy, in intention, and soon, in physical reality. Let this be your moment to claim it. If you feel the call of this union, type in the comments, "I am ready for sacred 3D union in the age of Aquarius." Let the universe hear your declaration. If this message resonated with your soul, please like the video, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and subscribe to the channel to stay connected on this journey. And if you're ready to go deeper, watch the next video below. It may hold the next piece your heart has been waiting for. The season of union has begun, and it begins with you.